Imagine a major, prestigious law firm that suddenly and quietly completely stops hiring junior associates. Now, you might assume it's because business is slow, right? Or maybe we're entering a recession. But no, business is actually booming. They stopped hiring simply because an AI system now flawlessly handles the exact workload of 3 junior lawyers combined. So, welcome to BitWisdom AI. Today we're diving into this explainer to look at a terrifying structural shift that's happening right in front of us. It's being disguised as a temporary market slowdown, but it's absolutely not. We're going to dig into the hard data behind the quiet, systematic elimination of the junior professional.
So let's jump right into Section 1, the Great Decoupling.
The starting gun for this massive shift was roughly November 2022. Look at the economic anomaly that followed, because it is literally unprecedented. The S&P 500 has shot up a staggering 70%. Under normal circumstances, you'd expect a hiring boom, right? But instead, overall job postings are down 30%. And when we look specifically at entry-level data, it gets so much worse. Entry-level postings are down 35% since January 2023. Look at tech. Software development roles requiring 0 to 2 years of experience have plummeted from 43% of all postings down to just 28%. It's a complete decoupling. The stock market is surging, but companies are generating that growth by entirely eliminating the bottom rung of the ladder rather than expanding their workforce.
And the collapse of this junior role is verified everywhere you look. Just take a look at the 76% drop in human questions being asked on Stack Overflow. The collective foundational knowledge creation is essentially freezing, because tenured developers are just asking AI, and beginners aren't around to ask those basic questions anymore. Multiply this dynamic across the entire economy. In the UK right now, a staggering 1.2 million graduates are competing for just 17,000 openings. On a macro scale, Goldman Sachs estimates that 16,000 net jobs are being eliminated every single month by AI.
If you need more proof, a truly groundbreaking study from the Stanford Digital Economy Lab confirms a 16% relative decline in employment specifically for 22 to 25-year-olds in AI-exposed fields. Basically, this specific demographic, the youngest professionals, are being systematically boxed out of the market, while senior roles are remaining relatively stable.
And look, I need to stress that this isn't just a temporary dip that Gen Z can just wait out. As Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, explicitly points out here, we are facing the permanent automation of up to 50% of all entry-level white-collar jobs within the next few years. It makes sense, unfortunately. The easiest people for a company to cut are the ones they just haven't hired yet.
Which brings us to Section 2, the Junior Gap.
To really understand this, we have to stop viewing entry-level jobs as merely cheap labor. They were never just about getting menial tasks done. They were our critical learning infrastructure. Think back to that law firm example from earlier. Historically, a junior lawyer drafts the initial contract, then a senior partner redlines it and rips it apart. Through that friction, that back-and-forth correction, the junior employee actually learns quality control. They learn rigorous, systematic problem-solving. Education is really just the apprenticeship of early career work.
But here's the catch. With AI now instantly generating those initial drafts and writing all that boilerplate code, that essential first step is just gone. Junior employees, if they're even hired, are often just copying-pasting without understanding the fundamentals of how to build or debug something from scratch. Researchers at Stanford are calling this looming crisis the seniority cliff, because if we don't have entry-level roles today to build those foundational skills, we simply won't have any senior experts in a decade.
We are facing a severe junior gap. It's a massive paradox. The environment we need to train the next generation has been traded away for short-term corporate productivity gains. We are actively severing the labor development pipeline. In a few years, companies are going to desperately need senior talent, but they aren't going to be able to find anyone who actually knows how to think critically.
Let's move into Section 3, the Gen Z paradox, where things get really fascinating.
Generation Z is literally the most formally educated generation in human history, yet they are entering a market that simply doesn't need what they spent years and tens of thousands of dollars acquiring. Look at this data from the New York Fed. Computer science majors now face a 7% unemployment rate, which is actually higher than unemployment for humanities grads. No one saw that coming. And we're seeing this sector-by-sector collapse everywhere: law, finance, consulting, marketing. Tech alone has seen a 60 to 70% drop in junior developer postings. It creates this very dark economic paradox. The machine is replacing the worker, but that worker was also the consumer.
And the fallout isn't just economic, it is deeply social. This statistic absolutely blew my mind. According to a 2025 study from Common Sense Media, a staggering 72% of U.S. teenagers are now using AI for companionship. While we're all busy debating workplace efficiency and productivity, the data clearly shows that the #1 global use case for generative AI right now is emotional connection.
And policymakers are starting to take notice of this unprecedented shift. As Senator Bernie Sanders highlighted in this quote, "We have to critically examine what it means for society when an entire generation replaces the human connection and mentorship of the entry-level workplace with the digital, emotional dependency on machines."
So, how do we handle this? That brings us to Section 4, Policy, Not Excuses. Politically, we are seeing some significant signals. For example, in March 2026, the AI Data Center Moratorium Act was introduced by Senator Sanders and Representative Ocasio-Cortez. They cited over 54,000 AI-driven layoffs and are attempting to pause this unchecked infrastructure expansion to evaluate the societal costs. We're also seeing structural experiments, like a universal basic income pilot study funded by Sam Altman. In that study, recipients got $1,000 a month for 3 years, and the data showed they successfully covered their basics and even increased their investment in education.
But what about immediate, proven economic policy? Well, we know that simply telling displaced workers to go retrain has a documented success rate of just 0 to 15%. It just doesn't work at scale. For a real intervention, let's look at South Korea. According to a 2026 ITIF report based on academic data, South Korea reduced their investment tax credits for automation from 7% down to just 1%. And the result? A massive 28% decrease in robot installations compared to neighboring Japan.
This is absolutely crucial because it perfectly illustrates a solution. When financially unconstrained firms in South Korea lost those juicy automation tax incentives, they immediately substituted machines by increasing their human headcount by almost 4%. It turns out that telling an entire generation to just reskill is really just a policy excuse with a 15% success rate. But actively changing the tax code, that literally forces companies to hire human beings again.
Okay, let's pull all of this together in our final section, the empty desk. Let's recap these staggering numbers because they paint a very clear picture. We are looking at a 35% drop in entry-level roles across the board while the stock market surges. We're relying on a retraining strategy that has a massive failure rate. We are staring down a seniority cliff where the entire pipeline for future expertise is completely severed. The numbers just don't lie, folks. The junior desk is empty, and AI is fundamentally and permanently reshaping the future of work. The big takeaway here. The question we must answer now is not whether AI caused this disruption. The data has clearly proven that it has. The real question is, what are we going to build in place of the system that has permanently vanished? Thank you so much for exploring this with us on Bit Wisdom AI. Keep asking the hard questions, and we'll see you in the next explainer.